Welcome to Brainfuse HelpNow digital demo. So the way that we want to get started with Brainfuse is to come in to PGCMLS.info, and what we want to do from our homepage is to navigate to our online library, which we've got lots of different offerings for you all. Our entire list of online resources is right here. But what we have created over the last couple of weeks is a couple little hubs that we're calling suites. So we have the Creative Suite, the Digital Suite, the Discovery Suite, and for this one in particular, for today, we're going to be using the Homework Support Suite. Okay, so from the Homework Support Suite, we've got 6 very robust little resources. Brainfuse is the first one. We've also got Learning Express Library, which offers a very similar service to Brainfuse. We've got Pebble Go, which is great for the little ones that you may have at home. We've got Mango Languages, which is wonderful for anybody who's trying to learn a little bit. Over 70 languages on Mango. We've got Biography and Context for research, and also ABC Clio for research. So let's go in to Brainfuse HelpNow. Okay. So the first thing that we all know about, that we all need to do when we get onto a new service, is to create our account. Super simple, only takes about 5 minutes or so. So hit over here into my account, and then we can just create one right here where it says sign up. Okay. So I've already got one all made using the name Prince George. But for your sake, all you would need to do is enter your desired password, a little hint, and then the answer to the hint. So I've already done that. What's nice here is you'll notice you don't have to create an email. You don't have to give them an email. So very private, very secure. Great. Okay. Let me go ahead and log in. All right. So now that I'm logged in, here's what your home page looks like. We've got 3 basic columns. We've got expert help, we've got study, and we've got collaborate. Pay special attention to their banner. Okay, tutors are available every day from 2 p.m. until 11:55. So if you need to get live tutoring in the morning, it may not be available. So just be sure that you are aware of that. Also, please note that there will be no tutors available this coming Sunday for Easter. The first column, expert help, this is really the meat and potatoes of Brainfuse. There's lots to offer for both the live learner who needs help right now and for the student who wants to work on their skills on their own time. Then we've got study that is loaded with study plans, lessons, and more. I would recommend all parents and teachers to spend a bit of time in the study column to see what can be of use for your particular students or children. Flashbulbs are especially nice and offer the learner the ability to create and share their own educational content. I'm going to take a real quick look at Flashbulbs. All right, so there's tons of stuff here. I'm just going to click into a topic. All right, you can see that different people, users, students, and staff from HelpNow have created different flashbulb sets here. Just going to go into one super quick, show you what it looks like. Okay, so there's a lot to do here. And if you're looking for something and you really can't find it and you'd rather create something of your own, for a lot of people, creating things is really the best way to learn rather than just being fed information. So this is great because here you can create your own flashbulb to share with the rest of the world. So just a nice little feature there. All right, back to the home page. The third column right here, this is collaborate. The meet feature is great for folks collaborating in real time in a safe and secure room. In order to create and invite your friends, pretty much all you've got to do is enter their email addresses, denote a start time and an end time for your session. Okay, so I'm not going to create an actual Meet session today, but just know that that is a nice feature that is available with Brainfuse. All right, so now we're back on the home. Now I'm going to really dive into a little bit of the first column, the expert help, which I said this is really the meat and potatoes of Brainfuse. So first, live tutoring. This partners you with an expert tutor. With their guidance, you can master new concepts, get feedback on an essay, or work through a challenging math problem. Once again, live tutors are available in the afternoons and evenings from 2 p.m. until 11:55 for most subjects. Okay, here are some subjects that are available, which is also great. There's help in Spanish as well. So if you prefer your language learning, your homework help in Spanish, that's awesome. They can connect you to bilingual tutors. And this website is also available in French as well. I believe tutoring only has the Spanish and English option, but you'll be able to navigate through the site in French and Spanish. So that's good to know. All right, I'm not actually going to start a live session because, well, I don't want to take any of their workers away from the students who need help right now. All right, so I'm going to go back to the home. Live tutoring is super simple. Once you start a session, it should really only take a minute or two for Brainfuse's live tutor to get connected with you. You'll know their name. They're not just, you know, a bot, but you'll have their name. They'll chat with you, ask you how you're doing, things like that. So they try to make the learning a little bit personalized to what exactly you need and what your questions are. All right, next is the writing lab. This is a super awesome feature. You get expert advice depending on the paper that you upload. So you can actually send them a file. All right, so I'm going to upload a file. This is maybe a paper that I wrote. I don't know if it's great. I need some help, so I'm going to go ahead and get some help from it. And let them know what exactly you need help with. Okay, upload your document, and once you upload it, you'll have, in about 24 hours, you'll have some expert feedback from them. Okay, so if you notice, I just uploaded my paper. If you go here into my message center, this is where you'll see the feedback. Okay, so I uploaded something at 1:24 in preparation of this little digital demo, and this was my message that I sent to them. And I didn't even notice because I haven't gone in until right now. I got a reply 9 minutes later. Thank you for using Brainfuse. Please see the attached document for suggestions and recommendations. For administrative questions, please email us here. So that's awesome. Okay, so that's less than 10 minutes. I got some feedback. So let's see what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and save that, open it up. Okay, I'm going to real quick try to share another part of my screen. All right. Actually, I'm unable to share a Word document here on Crowdcast, but the document that I got back is loaded with lots of red text. They had talked about organization of my thoughts, development, formatting and style, and they've even given me some useful links to work on my grammar, usage, and mechanics. Okay, so 10 minutes, they had a very robust reply with feedback and also links to go to so that I can so that I can help myself. So that's awesome. All right, so let's go back to the home. And I want to bring your attention to this. So if you really don't have time, if you don't have an entire paper, you just have a simple question, you need to get that question asked right now. You just need to get it off your chest. You let them know what your question is, and they'll get back to you maybe in the next 10 minutes with an answer to your question. So if it's not something quite as complex as having an entire paper written and you want feedback on your paper, just something small, try this feature, ask a question. Okay, next we're going to go into their SkillSurfer. This is my favorite part of Brainfuse HelpNow. So it's based on grade level. And there's tons of modules, lessons, tests, self-help resources available here. So for our purposes today, I'm just going to go into elementary school. And not all grade levels are available here. So you'll see that it starts here with grade 3, has 4 and 5. Okay, so elementary school, for our purposes here, do not include K1 and 2. Again, I would direct you over to Pebble Go. This is a wonderful resource for those early childhood or early education students. Pebble Go is great for K through 3. All right, so the lapses that Brainfuse has, Pebble Go covers up. All right, so I'm just going to go in here to grade 3 reading, and I'm going to click right here on a practice test just to give you an idea of what it looks like. All right, so there's all, okay, tests. We're going to start with test number 1. Give this a little bit of directions, then I'm going to start my test. Oh no, I already did it. Okay, and my grade was not great on it, so I'm going to go in and do the next test. All right. So similar as some things that students might see on the PARCC assessment, we've got a passage to read. After the passage, we've got a series of questions. We can see down here that there are 16 questions. So as I'm talking to you, I'm just going to really quickly go through and answer. They always say C is the right answer. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to click on the third one, and you'll notice that there's little red dots underneath. The little red dots are telling us obviously which questions we got wrong. So I've got a few more. Okay. Tests usually are anywhere from 10 questions up on Brainfuse. All right, so this can really enable your students to read some passages and focus on comprehension activities related to what they read, also aligned with standards from schools, which is great. All right, so we've got a little bit of analytics here. My score here is a 36%. That's not surprising because I didn't really try. So you'll see I got a couple wrong. You can review everything here. You can even over here get live help about a particular topic. So if you notice that you missed all the questions about X or Y, you can really go in and hone in on what you need extra help with. So teachers and parents, I definitely encourage you, have your students, have your kids look through Brainfuse. Once they're familiar with it, maybe go through and have them do a couple practice tests. I know we're kind of missing, hopefully some of our students are missing school and missing those, educational opportunities to show what they know, because, anytime you can give kids a little bit of confidence and a little bit of if you can let them determine their learning, it really will go a long way. All right, so I'm going to go back home. Oh, I'm sorry. There was one more thing I wanted to show you, SkillSurfer. All right, there's adult learner resources here, which is great. And computers and technology. All right, I'm a computer and technology guy, so I definitely want to bring your attention to the fact that they do offer tutorials and lessons on things like Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and even these assorted computer programming languages. for our future web developers here. So if you have some free time and you would like to maybe try to learn something new, go into this computer programming languages lessons. This is definitely a career path that you can set yourself on from an early age and really get a head start there. So I just wanted to show you that there are activities and lessons and tutorials for lots of different things. And once again, that was all from within the SkillSurfer. Okay, lastly, about the SkillSurfer, you can keep track of any of your tests or lessons. And once again, that was from home. My tests. Okay, so that test that I just bombed miserably, I have it right here. I got a 36.84%. In school, they round up. So that's a 37%. Come on. The first time I took it, I got a 35%. So I actually improved. I got better. So that's great. So with Brainfuse HelpNow, the more tests that you give your students or your children, you can actually track growth, which is awesome. Once again, there's anything that we can do as professionals, as parents, as teachers, anything that we can do to build these children's confidence right now at this current time in our world is paramount. Okay, so I know a lot of us have kids at home and we're wondering, what can we do with them? It's really hard to think about creating a plan that will work for the entire rest of the school year. Instead, let's try to focus on something that we can do today, right here, right now. And with Brainfuse, that is definitely possible. All right, so that was Brainfuse HelpNow in a nutshell. There's a lot of extra stuff that you can do with it, like the study modules here. There's a lot more to this. Some of it's a bit complicated, so I didn't really want to get into it too deep today. The language lab's awesome. So all of these things under expert help, this is where you should start. If you want to get involved with some of your classmates, definitely use this meet function. If you want to learn some other languages, go into the language lab. There's some really cool stuff there as well. But once again, they offer help in Spanish, primarily Spanish and English. All right, so back to PGCMLS.info. Again, the way that I got to Brainfuse was from the online library, and I came down here to the homework support suite, which is a set of 6 of our online resources geared specifically for K through 12 students. And this is one of our favorites for sure. So we love Brainfuse HelpNow. We definitely hope that you all take advantage of this service at this time. We also want to remind you all, well, you're here for the digital demo, so you're obviously aware of our virtual events. So we try to keep our homepage updated with 4 virtual events that will be taking place over the next several days. But in order to see our complete lineup, you can either click here on virtual events or right here on virtual events. This will take you to this page, which we have each day. Today we've had a lot, but each day we try to have anywhere between 5 and 10 events for different age groups, for kids, for teenagers, for adults. We have read alouds, all different kinds of things like that. Some of these are curated content that we've found from the community, and a lot of it increasingly is becoming stuff that we are trying to create ourselves. Things like this digital demo with Brainfuse. We've also got some craft events on Fridays for teens and adults. I would definitely encourage you to check those out. And once again, I wanted to just thank everybody for joining us. I know we've been shifting gears these past few weeks, and we're just very thankful to have all of you all with us on all of these assorted virtual events. It means a lot. It tells us that there is definitely a need for that important information to be communicated through multiple channels. So please check us out on social media. We've got our Facebook in English, and we also have a Facebook in Spanish. So if you're aware of any folks that Facebook in Spanish might be a help, please direct them to Biblioteca de Prince George. And it's a site page that we launched just a few weeks ago. We're also on Twitter and Instagram, and we try to keep current with all of our virtual events and just kind of let you all know what's going on in the way of PGCMLS. Okay, if there's any questions, I would love to hear from you. Oh, thank you. Yes, hopefully I covered your question, Olivia. You asked about resources for Spanish speakers. Denise, thank you very much. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and close this broadcast down unless there are any further questions that trickle in. So I'll wait just a moment before I end. And I encourage you all to check us out Thursday, okay, at 3 p.m. Our digital demo will be, I believe, I don't want to tell you the wrong one. Hoopla. Okay, great. Good. I was about to tell you the wrong one. So Hoopla is Thursday. Hoopla is all about downloading media. Okay, you can get things like music through Hoopla. All right, so join us Thursday, and Olivia will be presenting information on Hoopla, and we definitely look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you again so much for joining us today and throughout our closure. We appreciate you all so much. Thanks. Cheers.